tonight's Metro West Conference matchup between the visiting Kennedy Eagles and the very own Chaska Hawks. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps and face our nation's flag for the singing of our national anthem.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome inside Chaska High School for this evening's Hawks matchup between Kennedy and your Chaska Hawks. We're just through the national anthem. We'll go to the starting lineups now here as Chaska, their second to last game of the regular season. Their final game will be on Friday against Robbinsdale Cooper right here. Chaska finished at a perfect 10-0 on the road. Kennedy having a rough year, 11-1 conference record for, or 1-11 conference record for them. I'm sorry. A 7-16 overall record with a 1-11 record in the conference. We're going over the starting lineups here. Have you been in and out of physical therapy or chiropractic treatment with little results? Are you tired of the same exercises that don't seem to be helping your pain? The therapist at St. Francis Rehab assesses your whole body for areas of limitation and dysfunction. At St. Francis Rehab, we take a unique, hands-on approach with our patients that improves outcomes where other treatments have come up short. At St. Francis Rehab will get you back to sports, back to work, and back to life. Conveniently located in Chaska Community Center, call 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment today. Make sure you mention this ad. Minnesota-scores.net. Score from every score from every game. All your Minnesota sports schedules, including broadcast information, that one-of-a-kind QRF formula that's used to seed section playoffs. During or after the game, head to Minnesota-scores.net. February is the month to purchase a new Buick at London Chevrolet Buick Incorporated. London needs your trade-in and we'll give you top dollar for your current vehicle. For all your vehicle sales and service needs, come to London Chevrolet Buick. Family-owned business, proud to be servicing the Chaska community for the past 39 years. All right, we're ready to get things tipped off here between Chaska and Kennedy. Again, Ryan Paul joining you here live from Chaska High School, our second to last regular season broadcast of the year. Chaska, winners of 11 in a row, sitting at a 19-5 overall record and 11-1 in the Metro West Conference. Chaska obviously making an urgent bid for this number one seed in the section tournament. That 2-4A section is up for grabs right now between them and Bloomington Jefferson. The coaches poll will be deciding of who gets that number one seed. We're ready to tip things off here between Chaska and Kennedy. It's Cyrus Hamilton versus Miles Hansen. Hamilton wins it back over for Tolliver. Tolliver resets it out for Ashbeer. I know this is Ani. Ani for Kennedy at the top of the key. Gives it off for Courier. Courier away now. Back for Ani. Ani for Kennedy. Takes it out, resets for the Eagles. Now it's back over for Allen. Allen back up top for Ani. Ani over to Courier. Courier back, returning it to Barber. Back now inside for Hamilton. Hamilton fades away and gets Kennedy on the board first with a two-pointer of their own. Alex Shazani now for Chaska has it. Shazani gives it away for Coleman. Andrew Coleman for Chaska. Whistle on the floor and we're going to get a foul. Gutierrez picks up the foul for Kennedy, and it's inbounded for Chaska. It's Alex Shazani who had it poked away from him. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Chaska. Under a minute in here. Chaska down 2-0 to Kennedy. Miles Hansen spots up a tray ball. It's just long. Ryan Rodriguez is there to snag the board on offensive glass, and Alex Trezani airballs a 3. Kennedy. This is Markel Ani now. Ani has it. He is back over to Tolliver. Tolliver wants Ani to move. He does just that. Ani back over now for Cyrus Hamilton. Hamilton back to the corner for Courier. Ani spots up a tray and nails it. Alex Trezani now for Chaska. Gives it away for Hansen. Miles Hansen gave it a steal over for Ani. Ani gives it inside, and Allen Aldry 3 was no good. Now it's Kung back out for Ani. Ani back for Aldry. Aldry an interior pass for Tolliver. Tolliver lays it in for 2. Chaska quickly down 7-0 to Kennedy. Not the start that Chaska wanted at all. Kennedy, the worst team of the conference. Chaska down 7 points here in the first 2 minutes. We'll be right back on Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network.
There's only one court going that night, so we can see if she can. Only one court going that night?
I'm pretty sure.
Because there's going to be a good amount of people there.
Trezani catches the inbound now. He crosses the timeline, guarded by Ani. Gives it over to Hansen now. Hansen back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez inside for Trezani. Trezani, Hansen now over to Coleman through Nicholson. Ryan Rodriguez inside for Chaska, getting him on the board. Ani now as it's a 7-2 game here. Swings it over for Courtier. Back out top now for Tolliver. Tolliver away. Inside for back now. That's Courier, sorry. Now it's back outside for a Hamilton shot that was missed. And Miles Hansen's there for the board. Rodriguez back to Trezani now. Hansen has a 3 ball. And Hansen drains a tray. Miles Hansen was approaching that Chaska High School scoring record all time. He has that in his sights here this evening and the remainder of the season. Taylor's turnover there from Tolliver. Sends the ball down the other way. Trezani for Chaska now. Guarded in the back by Ani. Trezani up now for Miles Hansen. Hansen over to Nicholson. Nicholson, the sophomore, returns it for Trezani. Trezani inside. Miles Hansen off the backboard blocked. Ryan Rodriguez is there for the 2-point putback. 7-7 all of a sudden here. Chaska followed up the Kennedy 7-0 run with a 7-0 run of their own. Now it's 7-7 here. Markel Ani starts things off here on this possession. Cole Nicholson got a hand up in his face, and he disrupted the shot. Miles Hansen pushes ahead quickly for Chaska. He takes it inside the arc, and he puts it off the glass. Miles Hansen drops it for 2. Timeout on the floor. It's a 9-0 Chaska run following the Kennedy 7-0 run to start the game. When we return here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, it's Chaska 9, Kennedy 7. Back here out of the timeout by Kennedy. Tani who's going to get it in now. He catches the return pass. Swung over for Aldry. Aldry back outside for Ani now. Ani away for Cartier. Back down for Hamilton. Cyrus Hamilton gives it back now for Ani up top. Ani over for Aldry. Aldry had a pass kicked away. Ani spots up a long 3-ball in the eye of Miles Hansen. It doesn't drop. Rebound offensively by Kennedy's Tolliver. He looked like he traveled with it, but there's going to be a foul called down low instead on Chaska. Nicholson collects Chaska's first foul. Nicholson picks up the first foul, and he leads to a Kennedy inbound pass. This is Ani. Ani has it now, and it's outside for Hamilton. Hamilton at 3-ball. It's way long. Miles Hansen comes away with the board after some contact down low. Hansen gives it off for Shazani. Shazani returns it to Nicholson now. It's Andrew Coleman over to Miles Hansen. Andrew Coleman gets it back. He spots up at 3-ball. No, it's just off. Ryan Rodriguez grabs the offensive board. Down low, Nicholson to Shazani, and it's good. Chaska, good possession there. It's Brian Rodriguez who comes away with the offensive board. He gives it over to Andrew Coleman, who gave a nice little bounce pass inside for Shazani, who gets the points eventually. And it's a 11-7 lead for the Hawks now. Ani now works it over for Aldry. Back to Ani now. Ani back outside for Courier. It's into the corner for Aldry. Aldry's 3 is off the mark. Rebound Miles Hansen for the Hawks. Pushed up ahead for Coleman. Coleman slows up, gives it to Shazani. Shazani, shot swatted away. It's Ani who pushes ahead now. No rush from the 5'9 junior. He spots up a 3-ball now. It's off the backboard, doesn't count. Andrew Coleman now for the Hawks. Bounce pass over for Nicholson. Barker Bjorkman and Matt Eliason are in the game now, the 2 juniors for Chaska. It's Andrew Coleman who spots up a 3-ball for Chaska. It's money. Andrew Coleman, he's been on and off this year as far as his shooting goes. He gets that one to drop for a 3 for Chaska. Now it's back down the floor. Aldry finds it inside for Tolliver. Tolliver was fouled on his way in. Nicholson picks up his second foul, so I'd imagine Nicholson's going to exit, and yes, he does. It's Ryan Rodriguez who takes his place. .12:07 to go here in the basketball game. This is Courier. Courier outside for Ani. Ani back with it now for Kennedy, rather. Inside. This is Kristen Tolliver backing down against Rodriguez. He puts a shot up contested by 2 Hawks, but it's an offensive rebound for Courier. Courier had it stolen away from him by Bjorkman, and now it's Chaska's Andrew Coleman who runs up ahead with it. Coleman up for Hansen. Miles Hansen backing down against Tolliver. He's called for an offensive foul as Miles Hansen is. He gave a little bit too much body to Kristen Tolliver. And with 11:36 to go. This is Kennedy's Ani now. Ani with it, he gives it off for Courier. Courier back now for it's Aldry. Ardley. I've been pronouncing it wrong, I believe. Now it's Ryan Coleman and Ryan Rodriguez at the other end, and it's Miles Hansen who drains the 3, pulling Chaska ahead by 7. A 17-0 run here for the Hawks. Following that, Kennedy 7-0 run to start the game. Chaska's not pleased with that start to the game. They followed up with 17 points unanswered. This is Tolliver who fades away, no good. Rebound offensively by Ryan Rodriguez. This is Bjorkman up ahead, awaits Eliason. Back for Rodriguez, who had a wide open lane. Ryan Rodriguez takes it in and lays it up and through. Now ahead for Kennedy. This is Ani. Ani up ahead now. It's over for Courier. Courier, a floater. It's up and no good. 19-0 run for Chaska. Continues. Matt Eliason down the floor now. It's into Coleman to Hansen. Miles Hansen inside. A finesse pass for Ryan Rodriguez was off the mark, and it's Ani who comes up with it now for Kennedy. Pushed up ahead. This is Aldery. It's up ahead now for Coleman. Coleman inside the lane. A no-look pass for Bjorklund and a turnover once more. Substitution for the Hawks is Alex Trezani, who returns to the floor now. Chaska still on that 19-0 run following the 7-0 start for Kennedy. Rich Tabayan enters the game. The senior captain didn't get the start, I don't believe. Ani now with it for Kennedy. Gives it to Tabayan now. Rich Tabayan has it up top. That's off for Ani. Ani for Kennedy. Takes inside the lane. Stopped by Alex Trezani. Now pulls up an awkward jumper. He didn't really jump on it, but it was a mid-range shot from Ani. He missed it. Now Miles Hansen's at the other end. He stutters. Gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez lost it, and it's poked out of bounds, rather. Jack Carroll enters. Ryan Rodriguez exits to a ovation of Chaska fans. 19-0 run here for Chaska. Miles Hansen spots up a tray. 22-0 run here now. Chaska, I'm sure we know, by this time they didn't take that 7-0 start to the game lightly. Dana Coleman obviously lit a fire in the huddle, and Miles Hansen grabs the rebound off a Kennedy miss. So now a chance to extend that run as Miles Hansen takes it down the floor. He puts on a nice dribbling move. Gives it away to Bjorklund. And Bjorklund to Eliason now over to Strezani. Strezani in the corner, works inside for Bjorklund. That's Eliason actually. And he works outside for Hansen. Hansen another three. Goes off the back iron. An offensive rebound. Rebound now as we have a foul called. It's going to go against Chaska, I believe. Kennedy arguing that shot earlier in the possession went off the backboard. I think at the top of the backboard. I think it did hit off the backboard, but I don't know if it hit the top. As Ani inbounds it now. It's a 19-0 or 22-0 run for Chaska here following the 7-0 start for Kennedy. Back at the other end, it's Ani ends that run. It's now 22-2. Strezani now for Chaska. Takes it up. 22-0 or 22-2 run here. Hansen in the corner, backing down against Ani. Hansen, a mismatch. It's swung out to Peril. Peril takes it inside. He goes with the right hand and gets it. Jack Peril, outstanding move there from the Chaska senior. Chaska playing with some purpose here this evening. That section tournament and conference championship obviously in the back of their mind. Here as we come down the stretch. Only 2 games remain for Chaska in the regular season. Alex Trezani plays trace guard defense against Tabayan as he pulls up from the elbow and can't get his drop. It's a pass up ahead for Eliason down low to Bjorklund. Bjorklund with the left hand up, no good. Rebounded by Zach Ashbeer. Pushed up ahead now by Aldery. Aldery inside the lane. He lays it up the rim. A little bit too soft for his layup, and Jack Peril snags the board. He gives it off now for Strezani. Strezani for the Hawks now. He stands at the timeline waiting for his set to be established. Now he gives it back inside for Miles Hansen, who lays it up in and one. Miles Hansen. I believe with that point, Miles Hansen has just become the and it is Hanson now Chaska's all-time leading scorer. An outstanding moment there for Miles Hanson. He's going to go to the free throw line here to try to extend his lead. Miles Hanson, obviously an outstanding career here at Chaska. And he extends that now. So Miles Hanson, the all-time leading scorer now in Chaska Hawks, for Chaska High School history. It's passing Spencer Tollickson, a member of that, I believe he was a member of that 04 championship team. Chaska's last trip to state was in 04. It's their only state championship to date as Hanson chucks up another one, no good. Out of bounds, Hawks ball. Now it's swung back. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get a tweet out here. Ani now at the other end. Coleman now off the miss. Now it's Trezani. Nicholson with it now for Chaska. Gives it up for Hanson down low. Hanson fades away. It's off the side of the backboard. The rebound is Ani appeared to travel with it. We're going to get a, yes, that's what we're going to get. Traveling violation against Markel Ani. Watch out. Carroll with it. Now for Chaska. It's off for Coleman. Andrew Coleman, a long ball off the mark. Rebound offensively by Ryan Rodriguez. He lays it up and in for two. Ryan Rodriguez, an outstanding start to this game here. It's a 29-9 run. A 29-2 run here for Chaska. Ani puts it up. It's off the mark. Pushed up ahead for Coleman. Coleman inside for Rodriguez with the left hand. It's up, spinning layup. No good. Andrew Coleman there for a spectacular putback layup. 31-9 now. It's now a 31-2 run for Chaska. Whistle before he could take it in. Now that is Ashbeer who's out there with the ball as the whistle was blown. Obviously an outstanding milestone there in Miles Hanson's young career here. He started when he was a sophomore on varsity, correct? He was a freshman. Did he play as a freshman? He probably did play as a freshman. So Miles Hanson, obviously one of the greats to ever play for this program. There's Nicholson down at the other end. Now he takes it in here. Gives it up for Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez gave it out to Strezani, who's going to reset now. Strezani back for Nicholson in the corner. Nicholson is fouled on the way in, I believe. So it's a foul going against Cyrus Hamilton, rather. It's only his first violation of the game. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remain in this first half. Chaska 31, Kennedy 9. An outstanding 31-2 run Chaska's put on here after the 7-0 start, and make it more now. Nicholson was fouled as his layup dropped, so he's going to get a chance for Another one. Make it a 34-2 run. Kennedy obviously not the best team Chaska's going to see or has seen all year. Hawks beat them by, I believe it was upwards of 30 points last game. They played them. This is Kennedy now at the other end. Sets it off for Tolliver. Tolliver back to Ani. Ani inside. His pass stolen away by Coleman. Coleman pushes up ahead now, crosses the timeline, resets, gives it over to Nicholson. Nicholson looks for an option, takes the baseline, right past Hamilton, and he goes up and in. Going to get a pair of free throws is Cole Nicholson. Going to be scoreboard watching tonight. It's going to be, I think it's Jefferson and who do they play? I just looked at this a minute ago. I'll have to look at it for you. Chaska obviously hoping for a Jefferson loss as Cole Nicholson stands at the free throw line and sinks his first one. It's a 35-9 run, a 35-9 game. Yes, that's right. Johnny Landino there. Fork and Richfield is Kennedy or Jefferson's opponent tonight. Chaska and Jefferson all square right now in the Metro West Conference. Hawks hoping Jefferson can lose a game before the time runs out on their regular season. Chaska would be crowned sole champions of that Metro West Conference. Assuming Chaska can win out and assuming that Jefferson wins out, as they both should. Both teams should win out. Chaska and Jefferson would share the Metro West Conference title. Chaska would be crowned conference champions for the third year in a row. Chaska 2015 and 2016 Metro West Conference champions. Back from 88 to 94, Chaska had an outstanding run of where they won conference championship every year from 1988 to 1994. For Kennedy, this is Aldery who shucks up a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Courier. Courier threw a pass out of bounds. I don't know if you can see if the camera will zoom in this well, but on the banners over there, there's boys basketball. That state appearance, the sole one in yellow there, is their state championship in 2004. Because we have a timeout on the floor. Chaska won that state championship in 2004, their only state championship in program history, hoping to make it another one this year. Chaska obviously very, very confident in their ability, as they should be. A very good team is Chaska. They haven't been to state since that 2004 championship, and if they get that one seed in the section, which they should if they win out in my opinion, and I think many can agree with me, it depends on who you're talking to, but Chaska should get the one in the section, and they'd have a pretty definite road to state, we'll say that. 35-9 the score here. We have a timeout called by Kennedy. Alrighty, coming out of timeout here, Chaska High School on the London Chevrolet Buick Broadcast Network. Ryan Paul joining you here live on a historic night in Chaska Hawks history. Miles Hansen just surpassed Spencer Tollickson as the all-time leading scorer in program history. Stands with the ball now, he gives it out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over, and now to Bjorklund. Bjorklund back to Hansen. Miles Hansen headed to Columbia University in the Ivy League. He'll be headed this spring. He reportedly leaves just after the high school year ends. Parker Bjorklund lays one in for two. As part of Ivy League expectations, you are required to work an internship. This is all just what I've talked to various people around the school about. He's headed off following end of high school ending. Is a step back jumper from Aldery. Sinks. Andrew Coleman has a three ball waiting for him. He pulls up and has a nice little hook shot from Andrew Coleman with the left hand. A nice shot there from Chaska's Andrew Coleman, who's the other basketball commit. He's headed to Northern State in the Dakota area. He'll be headed there for basketball. And so those two are the two football scholars. Two football commit, or two basketball commits. I can't get my words straight. This Parker Brooklyn pulls up from the jumper on the baseline, no good. Ryan Rodriguez out there, he's looking at baseball options right now, and Alex Trezani, a preferred walk-on commit to the University of Minnesota for football. Hansen now. Over to Eliason. Eliason can't handle it cleanly. It's Ryan Rodriguez who recovers, and it's back now for Coleman. Coleman along, tray ball. It's nothing but cash. Andrew Coleman from downtown, he sunk that one. 42-11 here. This game now up to a 31-point deficit. It's been a 42-4 run for Chaska against Kennedy as Ryan Rodriguez steals it away. He pushes up ahead for Andrew Coleman, who goes off the backboard. Ryan Rodriguez is there for the putback. He had Miles Hansen run into him. This is up ahead. This is Tolliver, who couldn't complete it. Mark Kelani's there for the putback. And with under a minute here, 50 seconds left, Andrew Coleman's going to slow things down for Chaska. Now he pushes ahead off across the timeline, waiting for Ani to come and guard him. He runs it over to Rodriguez now. Rodriguez back up top for Coleman. Coleman back to Hansen on the Hawk now. The Hawk decal. Backing out, had it swatted away from him by Aldery. Now it's back in the backcourt with 30 seconds left. Andrew Coleman with it for Hawks now. Coleman up ahead with it. He steps back. Wasting time here. 20 seconds in running here. Andrew Coleman inside. He was fouled on the way in. It's going to be the sixth foul against Kennedy. So Coleman going to get 2 free throws as the foul was called as he was entering. And up in the act of shooting. He sinks the first free throw. It's a 30-point game rather. 30-point deficit. It was what it was last time these two teams played. Ani now for Kennedy with 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Ani slows it up. He's going to wait for the clock to run out. He's got 4, now 3, and he steps back on a mid-range elbow jumper. He sinks it. A nice little shot there from Markel Ani as time expires in the first half. A 44-15 lead for Chaska here against Kennedy. It's Chaska, after falling behind 7-0, comes out on a 44-8 run to close out the half. When we return on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, we'll bring you live coverage of the second half between Chaska and Kennedy. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Hawks Basketball. Now is the time to enjoy life in a new Buick. Stop in at Lenz and Chevrolet Buick for a test drive and take advantage of their Buick blowout all month long. Save thousands on a new Chevrolet from Lenz and Chevrolet Buick for the February Chevrolet Select Model Bonus Cash Savings event happening right now down at Lenz and Chevrolet Buick. St. Francis Rehab offers a comprehensive approach to treating concussions. Our staff of physical, occupational, and speech therapists work together to maximize your outcome and get you back to your sport or job safely and at the top of your game. From baseline testing to thorough evaluation and treatments following an injury, consider St. Francis Rehab your source for concussion treatment. Located in the Chaska Community Center, give them a call at 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment today with St. Francis Rehab. Make sure you mention this ad. Minnesota-scores.net. Every score from every game, all your Minnesota sports. Schedules including broadcast information, the one-of-a-kind QRF that's used to seed section playoffs. During or after the game, head over to Minnesota-scores.net. Chaska scoring in the first half. Miles Hansen led with 14. Andrew Coleman followed up with 12. And it was Ryan Rodriguez who had 8 points. Just the notables there for the second half. Or for the first half. As we get ready to get things going here in half number 2. The final 18 minutes here for this game. Chaska up 44-15 at halftime. Looks like it's a little too late for some people. Jefferson up 41-18 at the half against Richfield, so not necessarily what Chaska wanted to hear, not more the same of what Chaska is doing here. So we're getting ready to play the final 18 minutes here from Chaska High School. Hawks have this and one more regular season game. It'll be played here on Friday night. No school on Friday, though. We'll still play the game against Cooper. It'll close out the regular season. Chaska will be closing out the regular season on a hopeful 13-game win streak. Inside, it's Nicholson. Nicholson over to Strazzani, who pump fake to 3, pulls up from the elbow now and buries it. Alex Strazzani for 2. 13:37 to go here. We're 30 seconds in nearly, and we approach that now in the second half. 46-15 game. Inside, it's Hamilton. Hamilton threw a pass to nobody, but it was recovered to the laughs of my partner, Johnny Landino, who was standing by. It's number 32, Aldery. Aldery pulled up and missed, and it's Hansen up ahead now for Chaska. He threw it out of bounds, went off of the hand of an unexpected Andrew Coleman. And with 17 minutes and 10 seconds to go, it's Chaska 46, Kennedy 15. Ani up ahead now for Kennedy. Ani guarded by Strazzani. Moves it around now. He lost it out of bounds, and it's Chaska ball. At the half, Jefferson 41-18 for Richfield. Ramirezma had 12 for Jefferson. Peter Gacti had 10. Ramirezma didn't do a whole lot when he played Chaska this year, as Alex Strazzani takes it coast to coast for a pair. Ramirezma, as I was saying, didn't do a whole lot against Chaska this year. I don't think he had, maybe he had 10 points in the second game. I didn't know he only had 7 in the first one. Aldery pulls up from mid-range and nails it. At the other end, it's Coleman for Chaska now. Joe Hurd limited to 3 points for Kennedy. Andrew Coleman a short 3-ball. Ryan Rodriguez another offensive rebound. Miles Hansen spots up a tray. Rims just in and out. Rebound finally by Jefferson. Up to Ani now. So Chaska obviously hoping for that Jefferson loss some point here later in the season. We'll be right back. I'm just going to modify some settings here. Okay, now we're back in action here. Is Coleman who put it away for Chaska. Now it's at the other end. It's Ani. Ani buries a tray. Coleman up ahead for the Hawks now. 50-20 the score after that Ani three. It's pushed down ahead for Coleman. Coast to coast gets this a drop. So fury of scoring here in the last couple minutes. Ani hits the three, and it's followed up by Andrew Coleman. Lay in, and Ani fires up another three, and he gets it to sink. So 52-23 the score. At the next timeout, I'm going to have to interrupt the stream for a moment as I continue to modify some settings. Ani up ahead with it now for Kennedy. 14:50 to go here. Ani working with his dribbling moves. He pushed off of Alex Shazani, no call, and Miles Hansen runs away with the board now. A bounce pass up ahead for Ryan Rodriguez, who lays it up and in for two. Ryan Rodriguez's outstanding night continues, and he gets a steal now at the other end. Nicholson handed it off to Coleman. Now it's Cole Nicholson who spots up a tray ball and buries it. Outstanding sequence for Chaska here in the last couple minutes. 54-23, the lead for Chaska against Kennedy. And 14-17 left in the regular. Brief interruption, but Kennedy's threes continue to drop, and it's Aldry who gets it to sink. Struzani now for Chaska, gives it inside for Nicholson, who is fouled.
Team second. Shooting team for 23.
For those of you who are just now rejoining us, I apologize for the interruption that we just experienced. I know some of you had an issue with just an interruption a second ago. We should be back in action here. He didn't miss much. 60-28 the score here. This is Cole Nicholson, who is fouled down low. He stands at the free throw line now for a pair. His second of two is up and coming. 1 for 2 at the line for Nicholson. Pushed up ahead for Ani now. Ani gives it up for Brian, who sinks the three. This is Struzani up ahead for the Hawks now. He pushes in for Eliason. Eliason back to Bjorklund now, his junior teammate. Back for Eliason. It's off the glass for Matt Eliason, a pair. 62-31 the score. This is Bryant. Bryant a long three ball. It's off the mark. Rebounded offensively though by Tolliver. Tolliver working against Rodriguez. He was fouled on the way up. Rodriguez picks up his first foul, and Christian Tolliver is going to take some free throws here. Peril waits to check in at the scorer's table. First one's through. Struzani now after the Tolliver made free throws. Struzani at the top of the key gives it off for Nicholson. Nicholson back now. He was fouled by Tolliver. Tolliver picks up his third foul of the game. Tolliver's going to remain on the floor. It's Alex Trezani who exits for Chaska. Now he stands beyond the arc, shoots up a three ball. No good. Bjorklund's there for the rebound. Hansen back with it now. Nicholson. Nicholson for Chaska working against Tolliver. He's got 3 fouls. He's got to be careful there not to pick up his 4th foul. He gives a little bit of a push as Miles Hansen spin move inside for 2. 31-point lead for Chaska now. This is Bryant. Bryant from the elbow. Pull up no good. Parker Bjorklund another rebound there. This is Hansen who has it up ahead for Nicholson now. Nicholson, the mid-range J is buried. Chaska shooting very well this game. We still have 11 minutes and 30 seconds left, and they're already at 66 points. It's inside now for Courtier. Courtier was fouled on the way in. So down 33. He's going to go to the line and try to cut into that as best he can. Courtier's free throws are up and short. The first one is up and short. 11:21 to go in the basketball game. Second one is up and that's a little better. (66-34) high game here. 11:13 to go, and Parker Bjorklund inside. He is fouled. Courtier is being announced here. Anyway, it's number 1 for Kennedy who picks up the foul. 11:12 to go here, and a bit of a silence has fallen over the crowd as what crowd is here is not super energized with a 32-point game on their hands. Parker Bjorklund at the line here. We'll continue to give you updates here from this Jefferson game. I don't know if we might be able to get you a live look-in. I'm not sure if that game is at Jefferson. I think we can get you a live look-in. Inside it's Courtier who is fouled. We'll be right back. I'm going to update some more settings here. Courtier back at the line now for 2. Courtier, who put that one free throw very short just a couple of minutes ago. He does it again here. As with 11 minutes and change to play here, we have 2 missed free throws out of the hands of Courtier, and Chaska gets the ball back with 10:54 to go. Nicholson over to Perrell now. Perrell back to Hansen. Hansen works inside now. Miles Hansen enters the lane. He's blocked, but it's going to be a foul called against Kennedy. We continue to give you an update here from Jefferson. It's obviously going to be a Jefferson big win. And I don't think we have a live look-in. We don't have a live look-in for you. We will give you a live look-in of Eden Prairie versus Woodbury. Also a significant game for Chaska. We have 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this one here. Woodbury and Eden Prairie. Obviously, Chaska lost to Woodbury in double overtime earlier this year in a non-conference game. Woodbury versus Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie being in Chaska's section is a likely opponent if Chaska can make it deeper into their section tournament. Eden Prairie a likely opponent as Jack Perrell steals it away. He's going to lose the ball before he could throw up what I would imagine was about to be a lob to Miles Hansen. Eden Prairie and Woodbury, we are going to give you a live look at them. And Eden Prairie, Chaska beat him earlier this year. Eden Prairie, however, didn't get the best performances out of their players as Hansen puts back the Andrew Coleman miss. 70-34 here. We still have 10 minutes to go. Chaska already at 70 points. Ani now. Ani, a pretty decent player. I think we said this last time when we broadcasted Chaska versus Kennedy earlier this year from Kennedy. Ani, a pretty decent player. He's got some talent. He just doesn't have much skill around him. On the the Kennedy roster it's pushed up ahead now from Bjorklund to Hansen. Hansen swings it over to Coleman. Coleman in front of the Chaska students picks up his dribble. He puts it inside for Bjorklund, who's fouled. Ani, a decent player. He just doesn't have a whole lot around surrounding him. The most recent Jefferson update is 49-21 with 14:25 to go. So Jefferson beating down on Richfield tonight, as they should be expected to do so. There's a 3-ball from Alex Trezani sinks, and it's an even bigger lead now for Chaska, working on 40 points. It's a 39-point lead for Chaska. After Kennedy came out of the gates in the first half, started a 7-0 run, Chaska followed it up with I believe it was a 44-8 run that they finished the half on. So obviously that has been extended now to not much of a run. It's just kind of the score. Zach Leah, who's in the game here with 9 minutes to go, the freshman getting some playing time. He picks up the foul there. Zach Leah, the freshman, playing the majority of JV minutes now. He played some sophomore team earlier in the year before he and Connor Krinos were moved up. Leah now out there for the Hawks on varsity against Kennedy here with 9 minutes and 17 seconds to go, up 39. Miles Hansen grabs the miss off the rebound, and it's Trezani who is going to be the outlet option. Trezani up ahead now. He works off a Rodriguez screen. He puts the jumper up, no good. Ryan Rodriguez, another offensive rebound. He puts it up for 2, no good. The ball is still loose. Alex Trezani was fighting for a rebound. Ani up ahead now. It's off for Ashbeer. Ashbeer's 3 was no good. Zach Leah fighting for a rebound down low. It's off for Hansen. Hansen up for Coleman. Coleman working against Ashbeer. Gives it back for Hansen, who wasn't there for it. Zach Leah saved it from going over and back. Now it's Miles Hansen who works against Tolliver, and he goes, Miles Hansen with a beautiful move there to get inside the lane and make a 41-point lead for Chaska. Hansen tipped the shot, and he recovers it now. It's with 8:23 to go. Chaska dominating here. Hansen showing some things off here. He's hacked by Josh Bryant. Oh, that's Aldry, rather. I don't know. That is Bryant. Up 35. We will get a running clock. So it's going to be a quick closeout to this game. The clock continues to run in stoppages when you go up 35 per MSHSL, Minnesota State High School League rules. Marcus Peterson going to check back in for Chaska, as is Parker Bjorklund following the free throw. He's going to take the spot of Miles Hansen. So on the floor for Chaska right now, it's Parker Bjorklund, Marcus Peters. The junior is Peters, Jack Perrell, the senior, Ryan Rodriguez, another senior, as well as Zach Lee, the freshman. Making up to 5 on the floor for Chaska right now. With 7 minutes to go, we still have a lot of basketball to be played, but with a running clock, that 7 minutes will quickly dissolve into no time. Only been an hour since we tipped things off here. It's 8 o'clock local time as Markel Ani nails a 3-ball. Zach Lee, the freshman now for Chaska, crosses the timeline. It's out for Peters. Peters swings it around for Bjorklund. Bjorklund outside for Perrell. Perrell, a spot-up 3-ball off the mark. Rebounded by Tolliver. Ani up ahead now. He takes it in himself, a spin move, and he's blocked down low. Ani has 2 free throws ahead of him.
Also check in arc number 11,
Connor Suba enters now for Chaska. As Andrew Fix and Connor Krinos are going to get their time here. Connor Krinos a little bit too eager before he checks in. He runs right on the floor before he taps into the scorer's table. Jefferson up 63-28 with 9:45 to go. That will be a running time game as well. So as we go under 5:30 here, Zach Leah takes it out for Chaska now. Hawks up 40 or 38. Krinos in the corner now for Fix, the junior. Back to the freshman up top. Leah swung over the junior fan favorite Connor Suba. Now it's sophomore Krinos. They're wearing number 35 out there. Up top for Leah. Over to Suba now. Fix at the top. Over to Leah. Leah back around for Krinos. Krinos takes the lane out to Peters. Peters on the baseline. Lost it. Had it poked away from it. Goes out of bounds. Hawks ball. Suba catches the inbound pass as Andrew Fix pulls up a three ball. No good. Rebound by Kennedy. 4:38 to go. Running clock. On the inside against Leah. He backs down on Leah. Pulls up no good. Rebounded by Zach Leah. Now Leah pushes ahead. Over to Peters. Peters inside. He lost it, but he was fouled with 4 minutes, 20 seconds in running. Eden Prairie leads Woodbury 57-43 with 5 minutes to play. We will give you a live peek into that one here momentarily. Chaska, obviously it's not too significant a game for the Hawks, but still something Eden Prairie Eden Prairie is still a team that Chaska could be a little bit concerned about. A team that Chaska beat at Eden Prairie earlier this year, but definitely a team that can cause some problems as Marcus Peters gets dropped, and down low it's Kennedy who can't finish the layup. It's Muhammad who puts it up and through. Now at the other end it's Fix. Fix pulls the three ball. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Geckel against the Suba. Geckel stands at 6'7". Suba stands at not quite that, we'll just say. A three ball from Alan Albury. 77-44. Now Krinos pulls up a three ball. No good. Chaska having some fun with it now. 3 minutes to go. This is Matt Cole. Matt Cole gives it inside for Muhammad. Muhammad lost it. He gives it up for Zach Leah. Leah for Krinos in the corner. Krinos, one extra pass for Fix. Fix to Peters. Peters a three ball. No good. Chaska can't get something to drop for the JV guys. 77-44 the tally here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's going to run away all the way out here in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. As Aldery pulls up another three. Krinos snags the board. Pushes ahead for Leah now. Leah taking it off for Peters. Peters pulls away for Leah. Leah, we go about 2:17 left. A forced pass across for Leah. Went out of bounds. Eden Prairie 61, Woodbury 55. With about 4 minutes and change to go there, I believe. Leah at the top. Gives it down low for Krinos. Krinos fades away, and he's going to get called for a travel. Suba up ahead now for Leah. Leah gives it inside for two. Zach Leah gets on the board. A minute and 40 seconds left. Minute and 30. Sorry, we got to change the camera. Minute and 30 seconds left here. Geckel now for Woodbury. Bodying against Leah. Leah poked it away, though, and it's Fix up ahead for Chaska now. He lost the ball out of his hands, and it's stolen away by Kennedy's Cole. Cole puts up a floater. I'm not really sure what that was. Connor Suba comes away with the rebound. A minute and 10 seconds left. Minute 6, minute 5. Krinos for Chaska now. He works over for Leah. Leah into the corner for Fix. Fix a 3-ball up and good. Andrew Fix for 3. (82-44) here with 51 seconds to go. This is Cole. Guarded by Krinos. Krinos now steals it away. He lost it out of bounds. That was Fix, rather, who stole it away and lost it out of bounds. .30 seconds left and a loose ball. One back by Cole for Kennedy. He fires up a 3-ball. No good. Connor Suba battling for the rebound. Outstanding rebound by Connor Suba as the crowd begins to clear here. It's Marcus Peters who pushes up ahead over to Leah. 17, 16, 15. Chaska's going to run it out. Suba gets his 3-ball that he wanted. It's up and no good. Chaska, everybody in the stadium wanted Suba to hit that one. And with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second left, the 3 is pulled out by Kennedy. No good. 82-44 your final. Hawks with an outstanding win over Kennedy. Final regular season game for Chaska is on Friday from right here at Chaska High School. We will bring you the final regular season home game here. 82-44 your final score here from Kennedy. Hawks win in dominant fashion. Now is the time to enjoy life in a new Buick. Stop in at Lenz & Chevrolet Buick for a test drive and take advantage of their Buick blowout all month long. Have you been in and out of physical therapy or chiropractic treatment with little results? Are you tired of the same exercises that don't seem to be working? Helping your pain? The therapist at St. Francis Rehab assess your whole body for areas of limitation and dysfunction. We take a unique hands-on approach with our patients that improves outcomes where others have simply come up short. At St. Francis Rehab, we'll get you back to sports, back to work, and back to life. Conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Call 952-428-1250. Minnesota-scores.net. Every score from every game, all your favorite Minnesota sports. The one-of-a-kind QRF formula. It's used to seed section playoffs during or after the game. Make sure you head over to Minnesota-scores.net. Live look there at Chaska's all-time leading scorer now, Miles Hansen. Getting a picture with his fellow senior captains, Alex Strazzani on the right. There's Andrew Coleman on the left, Miles Hansen in the middle there. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
John.
You got a sec? Yeah. Good job, buddy. Thank you.
All right, we're here live. Miles Hansen. One question here. How does it feel, Chaska's all-time leading scorer?
It's just kind of surreal. I had my dad doing the math, I had friends doing the math, and we thought we needed more. And then the ref came up to me today. He's like, "So are you gonna get that 12 tonight?" And I was like, "I don't know. Is that what I need?" He goes, "That's what I hear." And I mean, yeah, it was just surreal. It was cool to see all the fans here, my family. Despite having a Tuesday kind of low-key game, we had a lot of friends here, a lot of student sections, or a lot of students in the student section. So it was cool. It was fun.
Right. One more here. Coming down the season, you've got obviously Cooper next Friday, and then you've got sections and hopefully state tournament. What's the focus for the team coming down the stretch?
Just not to get lazy. I mean, the biggest thing is that last year we came into sections with a huge winning streak. We were just kind of on fire from conference play, and we just didn't come into that game focused and ready to win. We thought we were going to get that. We thought we were going to get that W a lot easier than it came. And I think the biggest thing is just to kind of nail home what we've done all season, playing defense, sitting down and guarding, and then just doing what we do on offense. If we stick to what we're good at, we're going to be hard to beat, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Thank you for your time. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
That's Miles Hansen, Chaska's new all-time leading scorer here for Chaska High School with his performance this evening. Hawks' final regular season game will be live here on the Chaska Hawks Lens and Chevrolet Buick Broadcast Network on Friday. Hope you'll join us for that. For Gianni Landino, I'm Ryan Paul signing off from Chaska High School this evening. Hawks with a big win.